Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Fabian and I'm the Managing Director and founder of HydroNeo. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Over the next 15 to 20 minutes, I will talk about empowering aquaculture farmers with IoT and data based on what we at HydroNeo are doing here in Thailand. Thank you very much, Site 2021 Deep Tech Rising, for inviting me to talk today. Let me first of all quickly introduce myself. That's me. Fabian, I have a business background. I worked in management consulting back in Germany before I came to Thailand. During that time, I actually looked into becoming a shrimp farmer myself. I had the dream of an own indoor organic shrimp farm in Germany. And through that, I realized that there are many challenges nowadays farmers are facing, which should and could be solved by technology. So my Thailand journey actually started exactly where you are right now. I was invited by the National Innovation Agency 2019 to come to Startup Thailand 2019, and this is how it all started. Through that, HydroNeo, we got accepted to Space F, which is an amazing accelerator program here in Bangkok, also co-founded by the National Innovation Agency. And we received so far a lot of support by the Thai government, for example, the Thailand Board of Investments, to set up here. Talking about the shrimp farming industry. The shrimp farming industry is a very global and a huge industry, producing shrimps worth more than $30 billion per year. The majority of the production is in Asia, where Southeast Asia alone stands for almost half of the global production. There has been astonishing growth rates. Just in the last 2 decades, the shrimp farming industry tripled in size. Boston Consulting Group said 2019 in a very extensive study that farmed shrimp is among the fastest growing food products in the world. Thailand specifically is one of the pioneers of the industry. With roughly 10% market share, it's the 6th largest shrimp producer in the world. We are currently producing roughly 330,000 tons per year on somewhere between 10 to 20,000 farms. It's a very fragmented industry, and this also creates some of the challenges I will talk about. But first of all, let me give you a quick simplified overview of the process of what shrimp farming actually is, or what a shrimp farmer does. First of all, in what I've defined now as a 5-step process, is the preparation of the pond. You can see on the left side an aerial picture of a, I would say, typical shrimp farm here in Thailand. It consists of 5 ponds. However, the variance is quite large. You have many small family farms with like 1 to 2 ponds, and you have corporate farms consisting of up to 200 ponds on different farms in a certain area. So the farmer needs to prepare the pond, fill in the water, create an ecosystem where shrimps could thrive. The second step is to buy PLs, post larvae, like the tiny shrimps, from hatcheries and put them into his pond. Followed by that is the roughly 3 to 4 month growth phase, where the farmer needs to constantly feed the animals, and also because of the intensification of the farming process, there needs to be additional dissolved oxygen put into the water through aeration. That means that right now you can imagine 500,000, so 500,000 of motors running in Thailand alone for additional oxygenation of the water. After the growth phase, the shrimps are harvested and sold. And then for the farmer, of course, this is not the end, but he needs to do follow-up work, and then the cycle starts from the beginning. Despite the global growth of the market, shrimp farms are still run like decades ago and haven't been offered modern technology to solve the existing challenges in an increasingly complex business. We have separated these challenges into 2 areas. First of all, the production. There are very high input costs. For example, the energy. Energy is roughly 20% of the total cost of a farm. At the same time, there's unrealized production potential, which means missed out revenue, which means lower profitability for the farmer. And this is due to the fact that, unfortunately, every fourth shrimp on average does not survive until the harvest day. That is partly due to challenges in water quality, in suboptimal pond management due to missing insights, and of course diseases. The second area is farm management. There's very limited visibility of your own farm's performance when you're a farmer. For example, if you're a chicken or a pork farmer, you can go into the stable and you can count them. You can look at them, you see when one of your piglets gets sick, and then you can do something about it. With shrimp, it's different. A shrimp pond at the end is like a black box. There's limited access to finance and to insurances, for example. Commercial banks usually do not give loans to farmers. And this is because they don't know enough about the farming industry, and they don't know about the specific small or medium-sized companies, which a farm is, past and also estimated future financial performance. Insurance companies, while offering insurances for aquaculture, for example, salmon farming in Scandinavia, here in Asia with shrimp farming, insurance companies answer you when you ask them, why don't you offer insurance policies for shrimp farmers? They will tell you, we don't have enough data. We don't know how to calculate the risk, and therefore we cannot do anything about it. The farmer also has very limited access to buy the inputs for the farm and to sell the shrimp. So that also means that the best products, the best technology, but also the methods take quite a long time to become common knowledge across farmers all over Southeast Asia. And in nowadays world, the consumers, which are mostly Chinese, European, and American, the end consumer of the shrimp, have more and more strict demands, for example, traceability and things like that, which a farmer cannot fulfill by himself. Therefore, we saw enormous potential to use technology in today's very analog and manual industry. Therefore, we have founded HydroNeo, and our vision is to be the trusted partner of the global aquaculture industry, with the farmer always in the center of our attention, by providing state-of-the-art technology and offering one-stop solutions to create value for customers and the environment. Our vision is to build and to offer a one-stop solution for shrimp farmers, providing them with everything they need to become more productive and more profitable. From the procurement to inputs, over the operational farm management, to the harvest of sales, sales of the harvest, as well as additional offerings, with an IoT smart farm management system at its core. What we have done as a first step is we have built this IoT smart farm management system, which integrates deeply into existing farm operations to gain data and insights. We've developed the system, which consists out of the controller, which monitors water quality with water quality sensors and sends this data to our highly scalable cloud-based infrastructure every 2 minutes. We also have developed native iOS and Android apps, which are easy to use and have all the features that a farmer needs. For example, alert notifications in case something goes wrong and the farmer needs to be aware of something. Everything is very easy to integrate into the farm, which is important that the current farmers can use this technology easily. We then connect our controller with motors and pumps and other electric equipment to control and automate different processes. For example, the mechanical aeration, we connect these aerator motors, and then we can automate the use of these motors based on an actual demand case as we measure the dissolved oxygen levels. You can see our system in a real-life picture on a shrimp farm here, roughly 100 kilometers west of Bangkok. The customer benefits of using our system is risk management through remote monitoring. Wherever the farmer is, he or she can take out her mobile phone, open up our app and look at the current conditions of her ponds. If anything goes wrong, we are shooting alert notifications and make the farmer aware of that there needs to be something done. We also save a lot of costs through automation, especially of these aerators. I will come back to that in a second. And also, we're helping farmers to increase their productivity through higher transparency of their farm operations and better management of their ponds. This is all done by using data and using more insights to allow for an optimum farming process. It is very important when talking to farmers or when working with farmers that you provide them with a clear business case. And for us, this is the energy savings. We have proven in many projects with many different farmers all across Thailand that we can save energy from somewhere between 15 to 50%, but the majority of our customers save between 20 and 30% of their energy, just by automating the aeration based on our IoT system. As I've mentioned before, energy is the second biggest cost block of a shrimp farm. So you can imagine this has a direct influence on the profit line of a farm. Therefore, you can see all of the happy faces here on the pictures of our farmers. With our software suite, our app, we empower the farmer through management tools. So next to the monitoring and the automation, we have started to implement pond-based production cycles, we call it, as commercial controlling tools. We want to make the farmer a manager. We want to develop the farmer into a manager with a farm specialization. But farmers need to become more aware that the business processes of the farm are as important as the farming itself. So for example, we implemented a shrimp growth tracking where farmers can not just add their shrimp growth and monitor it through that, but they can also compare it with the standard, how the shrimps should grow. So if there's a deviation, the farmer will know that there is an issue that he needs to take care of. We're digitizing, for example, the feed logbook. There's a lot of data created every day on a farm, which is not used because there's no way right now to digitize it and then also later on actually use it. We are also enriching the data we're receiving from the farms with external sources, for example, weather, for future analytics. All that we are doing to gain more insights through more data to provide the farmer with more and more benefits to make the farm more efficient, more productive, and also help the environment quite a lot. Coming back to our vision of this one-stop shop for the farmer, based on the data and the insights that we are collecting, we are creating an ecosystem with the farmer at the center. Based on the insights, we will be able to offer in the future, for example, insurance policies, as I mentioned, because then we can provide insurance companies with the required data. The same goes with financial institutions. We will be able to support farmers to apply for loans, to receive working capital, because we will have performance. We can create performance reports, which then banks can use, which farmers would not know how to do it by themselves right now. So we want to connect all of the different players in the industry to work more efficiently and better together so that all of them can benefit. Just quickly to us, we came here to Thailand in 2020, as I mentioned before. We have received an overwhelming support. We have already established ourselves as the market leader here for IoT in the aquaculture industry with a focus on shrimps. our systems, our installations are already present in the 11 major shrimp farming provinces here all across the country, despite all the challenges that, of course, also we had to endure due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We received a lot of media attention and had amazing projects with, for example, here selected partners, the Department of Fisheries with their Smart Farm projects, the Chai Patana Foundation, and the Thai Union Group. But at the end, the most important for us is that we have happy customers.